Hi friend, welcome back to another video. Thanks for joining for a tea chat. I had a big social event last night and it took a lot out of me, and I know you can relate to that. I'm going to be talking about that social event and how I made it through and what my strategies were. I'm also going to talk about social media and how that's affected my mind lately. I'm going to be trying everyday detox. It's supposed to help your liver and kidney function. It's a dandelion flavor. So what kind of tea will you be having? I've noticed that these have little poetry sayings on the back, and I've kind of enjoyed reading them. If you like this mug, you can check it out in my shop. I sell this mug as well as you can get 4 other designs. So here's just a couple of the poetry sayings. Beauty is not caused, it is. Emily Dickinson. You know, I heard that they think she might have been autistic. Are not flowers the stars of the earth? Clara Lucas Balfour. I think poetry can be really beautiful. Do you like to write poetry? So I wanted to talk about a social situation that I had at work and what my thoughts were, how it affected me, what I did to prepare, was it successful or not. I talk a whole lot on this channel about social anxiety. It's one of my biggest problems that I have. So I was anticipating this event even days before it happened, and the day of, I was really just nervous about it. So I took supplements to help me, and I took a muscle relaxer because I am prescribed those for a condition I have, a bladder condition I have. And then when it was an hour before the event, I had me a nice turkey sandwich because turkey has tryptophan, and tryptophan is supposed to relax you. Do you find that sometimes just the thoughts you have before an event are sometimes worse than the event itself, or just as bad for you, just as tough? It just emotionally drains you before you even get to the event. I also had to work that day, so I anticipated the event all day, but luckily I was busy working to not think about it all day. And I asked my friends to pray for me. One of the things I made sure to do for myself was have something comfortable to wear. So I don't like wearing dresses, and I've just decided I'm not going to wear them anymore if I don't want to. So I just wore some pajama jean pants, comfortable pants. I had on a silk top with really ruffly sleeves that I found at the thrift store because I wasn't going to spend a lot of money. And I had some shoes that were pretty comfortable. So it really helped to not have to focus on what I was wearing because it was comfortable. If you're already going to be socially anxious, there's no need to be wearing something that's going to irk you or bother you or be uncomfortable or you don't feel good in. So I was doing a whole lot of people watching, people's interactions during the social event, a lot of self-awareness of how I was probably being perceived, I felt like, what my gestures were during the event, scripting, saying the right thing. My mind was going into overdrive, thinking about what the right thing to do or say was. Socializing for me often comes about like, it feels like a task, it feels like a job, and I feel like it shouldn't be that way. Socializing for most people is not a task or a job, it's something enjoyable. Yes, I had some good moments during the event that I treasured in my mind as good interactions, but it took a lot of work from me. It took a lot out of me. So I wanted a job at the event. I wanted something specific to do because the feeling of just standing around, looking around is worst for me. They decided I could be the photo booth photographer. So photography is one of my hobbies. So that really appealed to me, and it really helped for the night. It was interacting with people with a purpose in mind, with a job to do. And so I remember after the event, my boss asked me something like, "Did you have a good time?" And at that point, all I could think about was, I said, "Well, I don't know if good time would be the way to describe it," because that was how I was feeling. I was just being honest. I don't know that I had a good time because I was so busy in my mind most of the night, and social anxiety stirred up. But I definitely had some moments I enjoyed. So a friend of mine, Liesel, she was saying that sometimes she feels jealous of neurotypicals' ability to socialize. And I can 100% relate to that, because when I was at the event, just looking around at everybody, everything looked natural, like it came natural to them. It didn't come natural to me. And there's sometimes I wish that I was born with that social gene, just to understand social interactions. And do you ever feel jealous of neurotypicals' ability to just socialize so easy, just to bring up conversation, know what to say, know how to act? Because I do. But when I think about it, social events just don't happen a lot for me anyway. So I'm much more happy to embrace those autistic traits of my ability to hyperfocus, my attention to detail, and those are the things that bring me joy. Editing a video for hours on end. Most people would think, how does that bring you joy? It does, because it's one of my hobbies. I can spend hours doing it. And if you try to pull me away while I'm in the middle of editing a video, I might get upset about that, because I'm just in the zone. So when my friend Liesel asked me if I ever get jealous of neurotypicals' ability to socialize, I said, well, yeah, but maybe they should be jealous of our ability to hyperfocus and have attention to detail. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was social media lately for me, Facebook. I have been on Facebook for 16 years, since I was pregnant with my son, and really just got on there because my cousin was like, "Oh, Facebook is wonderful," and what was that one everyone used to get on that was popular at the time that nobody uses anymore? I'll think of it and put it here. I was on that one. So I switched over to Facebook. But I really made it as a way to be a living diary, digital diary, if you will, for my children. The only thing besides that I like Facebook for is just seeing what's going on in my family's life. But I cannot read the feed. If I sit there and look through the feed, I will feel depressed. And there's been studies that have shown the more that you scroll through the feed, you will feel depressed in general. Seeing other people's lives and how wonderful and perfect they are, because let's face it, most people just really don't put all the negative things going on. They put the happy moments, the happy pictures, and I've done that too. It's kind of a false belief that everybody's happy that's on there. Everybody's doing well. It's not always the case. People don't put their lowest moments sometimes. So it gives a false reality. I've just gotten to where I use it less and less for my own mental well-being. It's manipulative sometimes. You see how many likes you got on a post compared to a friend of yours that just posted something that maybe was even insignificant and got hundreds of likes. It affects your mentality. It'll make you feel like people don't like you. When you post something and maybe just 2 or 3 people like it, it'll make you feel crappy for sure. And I don't need that extra mental anguish in my life. But in general, I find social media just doesn't make me feel good about myself, and it's not worth it for me. The community that I love being a part of is on YouTube, on my channel, and other autistic content creators' channels. I enjoy those live streams and connecting with others. That's where I feel my happiest and I feel my best and I feel included with these type of communities. Somebody said on my channel, I believe it was Lily Cat, said that YouTube is a social media for her. She considers it, and I do too. So do you use social media, and if so, which social medias platforms do you like to use? Want to hear from you. Keep the conversation going. Put your comment down below. And if you like content about adults on the spectrum, please subscribe to my channel. I put out content on a weekly basis. If you want to sit and drink the rest of your tea and watch some more videos, I'll put some right here. Stick around.